All right, everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Captain Crush. This is Crushonomics. I will teach you how to be a winning sports bettor using PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, Thrive Fantasy, No House Advantage, all of these sites, DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever you want. If it's fantasy sports, I cover it. For now, we're in summer. The NBA is in the tail end. There's only a couple games. There's only one game today. We will break it down. I will give you guys the best chance you have to win, and let's take a look. 76ers versus Boston Celtics, -8. I will probably take the Sixers +8 here, just like I took +9 the other day. Over under 217, that totals up from what it was before. We will see what goes down. Okay, welcome to Thrive Fantasy, where I'm doing my bankroll challenge. As most of you know, if you follow me along, it's 50 to 1,000. I got the promo funds. I'm making it happen. Unfortunately, I've been on a downswing via Thrive. It's unfortunate, but we'll turn it around. Marcus Smart over 11.5 real points. Malcolm Brogdon over 14.5 real points. Anthony Davis over 26.5. They're doing their promotion. If you use my code CRUSH, you get that free square. What's the free square today? Jason Tatum over 0.5 real points. It's free. Then, if you add in that fourth leg, you get 11x payout today. They're having Win More Wednesday. It's very good. Check it out. Promo code CRUSH. Now, let's go back to PrizePicks, where I go over the fantasy scores and we get this bag. First up, I want to talk about Joel Embiid. 44.5 fantasy points. This is extremely low. I'm not sure if he's going to be limited in minutes. I don't know if they're projecting him to have a minutes restriction. I don't know any of that yet. All I know is that he's likely to play today. I saw it on Underdog Fantasy. We will have to check it out. But let me give you the numbers for Mr. Joel Embiid. Okay, Joel Embiid averages 1.65 fantasy points per minute and has a 37% usage rate. That's absolutely massive. So if you go over to the calculator and you take 1.67, and you multiply it times 32 minutes, which is a good average, you get 53.44. So Joel Embiid fantasy, I like it, but I will probably be on his real points instead of his fantasy, which is over 25 real points. I saw a lot of people touting this prop, which kind of scares me, but I cannot remember the last time I saw Joel Embiid at 25 real points. That's absurdly low for the man. Okay, so either one of these is fine, but for now we're covering the fantasy score, so that's why that is there. Jason Tatum over 49.5 fantasy score. I don't even need to sell you on it. It's just an auto over. They need to win. They don't want to lose again. Look at this, 64, 66, 41, 51, 50. I honestly think this is going to go over way more times than it doesn't. His usage rate, I believe, is 32%. Yes, Tatum's usage rate is 32% with a fantasy point per minute average of 1.33. That's insanely high, guys. Okay, so Jason Tatum, is he going to be a ball hog tonight like he was last time? Probably. So we can feel comfortable taking these two as our overs. James Harden, his fantasy score is a little bit deflated now because Joel Embiid is going to be back into the mix. So I'm not sure what we do here. Personally, for me, I'll stay away, but I'm not saying not to take the under. I'm not saying to take the over. I would probably just fade the prop and then look at his real points or his assists. I believe his assist prop is over 8, which is always going to be in play. Yep, 8. It should be 8.5, but it's at 8. You want to go ahead and take that. I believe that's a plus EV bet all day long. Let's take a look at more fantasy scores. We only have this one game today, folks, so we're moving kind of quick. I want to get this out for you guys. I'm already running behind. Tyrese Maxey. A lot of people ask about the Maximilian man. People like him. People can't stand him. I am undecided. Over under 30.5. Check this out. Oh, Cap. Look at this. He crushes. He's got a ceiling of 50. Yeah, he's probably got a 45 to 50 point fantasy point ceiling. I get all that. But guess what? Joel Embiid being back, Harden's in there. I don't think I'm going to take his fantasy score. I do think I might take a look at his points, rebounds, or points, assists. 21.5 real points. I think that's the better line for him. Maybe his points and rebounds. I'm not sure. We will discuss this all on the live stream where we create bangers of slips on the daily basis. I have so many people tweet and give me direct messages that they had winning slips via this YouTube video and the live stream. It really makes me feel like a proud papa. You guys, don't worry about getting the picks. Hey, what are the picks? Don't worry about that. That's nonsense. That's a loser's mentality. What you need to worry about is learning the process so you can come on here when I'm out doing my thing and you guys can be like, I know how to do all this because I know how Captain taught me. He showed me how to find fantasy points per minute. He showed me the calculations. He showed me what to look for. That's what I'm about here, teaching you the winning process. So long after I'm gone, y'all can go on here, check out a board, and know where to go. All right. Being said, let's take a look at the masked man, the Phantom of the Opera himself, 37.5 fantasy score. I will probably just stick to his real point total. You know, he sold us last time by a bucket. I believe he had maybe 2 shots in the entire fourth quarter last game. I thought he was going over for sure, and he sold. It didn't feel good, 23 points, but take a look here. His ceiling for points is still going to be 35 to 40. I believe 25 is a good number. It has push equity. I will take the over on that. And if he sells, I'm fine with it. Okay. Sometimes you just have to have short memories. Marcus Smart, over 11.5 real points. I like that too. I will take that. Look at this, 12, 22, 10, 19, 24. Can Marcus Smart always sell? You can bet everything you own that this man will sell more times than he'll hit. But it is a playoff game. 11.5 real points doesn't seem like a lot for somebody who averages around 10 to 12 points per game. So if you want to roll dice here, you can. We only have one game, so you got to get creative. My favorite point total is probably going to be this man, Tobias Harris. It's deflated because Joel Embiid is back, but I still think it's a little bit too low. The last 5 doesn't mean much to me. It's all green. I know that scares you people, but even when Joel Embiid was playing, he still would be getting 12 to 14 points a game. I honestly believe he can get this. Let's take a look at his usage rate real quick. Okay, Tobias Harris averages 0.88 fantasy points per minute and has an 18% usage rate. That's his average with Embiid on the floor. Okay, so you can take his 14.5, you could take his points, assist, whatever. I'm probably going to stay away from his fantasy score, but I do like his real point total. All right. Normally I go fantasy score first, then go to the point totals. But since we're only dealing with one game, I'm trying to keep it simple and just going back and forth. 27.5 is really low. However, he did have his fantasy score total set to, I believe, 30 last game. For me, I'll probably just take the real points, but I know some of you guys can't even do that. You're stuck with just fantasy scores. You can take his over, but for me, I will just take the point prop. Malcolm Brogdon, the play of the day a couple days ago. He smashed. 26 fantasy score. Let me give you a little nugget on Malcolm Brogdon. This is the same point that I was making with Jordan Poole. Okay, when these guys are on the court, they don't play the ton of minutes like the other guys, but when they're on the court, they have extremely high usage rates. Okay, and that's important because, Captain, what's a usage rate? Usage rate is how many times the person has the ball or making plays in their hands while they're on the court, quantified into a number. So Michael Brogdon averages 1.07 fantasy points per minute, and he has a 22% usage rate when he's on the court. That's a decent usage rate for a guy who's on the court. Usually he's on the court without Jaylen Brown, etc. He's usually out there by himself. He is the sixth man. All right, so we can go to the calculator real quick. 1.07 times, let's just say he plays 25 minutes, you get 26.75, which is right what I thought it was, and that would give us the over. Okay, you can take his PRA. I believe it got bumped. I told you guys yesterday when I was posting that slip at Brogdon, 20.5 PRA, that it was going to get bumped up tomorrow, and sure enough, it is bumped up to 21.5, a full point. That matters. He can still hit it, of course, but you always want to get lines when you can get them lower when they're good value, don't we? Yes, we do. So it's in play. I took the over. Marcus Smart's PRA is always in play. His points assist is always in play. The main 2 guys you need to focus on are right here. Whether you want to take Joel Embiid's points, Tatum's points, or their fantasy scores, I like it both. Joel Embiid over 25 points is probably my favorite prop, but I am a little bit scared because a lot of people like that prop too. And when the public is all on one prop, I tend to stay away because believe me when I tell you, the public is not smart. If the public was smart, there would be no Vegas sports books. Okay, there just wouldn't be. They make more money off of people than you could ever imagine. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got. A lot of people are touting Al Horford over 2 fouls. Unfortunately, that has been removed from the board. I always believe these are gambles. He's no longer on here. If you want to go ahead, if he does come back up, if you want to take Al Horford over 2 fouls, you can. If you want to take Maxey over 3 fouls, I got it earlier at 2.5. They bumped it to 3. That's fine. I really don't love these props, but if I was going to take any right now, it'd be Smart over 3 fouls. I believe he's a candidate to get some fouls. Anything else? Free throws made. Jaylen Brown over 3.5 free throws is probably good value. Maxey, I would stay away. Tobias Harris, anytime you can get 0.5 free throws, I like it. I think that's a decent prop to be had. Melton, not going to go there. Again, Jaylen Brown, Harris, and then if you want to get creative, you could throw in James Harden or Joel Embiid. But again, the captain's not going there. Okay? One more prop I wanted to talk about. Jason Tatum over 0.5 blocks. I like that one too. I believe he can get a block. It's always good. Vanderbilt, I like that. That's for tomorrow. That's for Thursday, but that is also in play. I don't know if you guys watched that game last night. Jared Vanderbilt over 11.5 PRA, stupidly low, and I went ahead and got it, and he cashed for me. I love that. Okay, when a role player gets a low PRA like that, guess who's going to be all over it? The captain is. Okay, let's see what they got for Melton. All they got is 0.5 free throws made. I'm not a big fan of that for him. If they do put a point prop total up for him later, I will attack it. I will say that for you. Brogdon over 4 3-points attempted, but I would rather just stick with his fantasy score or his PRA or his real points. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys, even with the bump, just take his PRA 21.5. I wish you would have got it with me at 20.5 yesterday. It's still a good bump to have. It's fine. Derek White, 19. This is the lowest I've seen it at in a while. He is due a bounce back game. Just like Jordan Poole. Remember I told you guys about Jordan Poole yesterday. I said he's been playing so bad that even the commentators have picked up on it. Guys, they're human beings just like me and you. If I get badgered all week long, captain, all he does is give bad advice. His props are terrible. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's going to motivate me to come out here and produce even more because I'm a human, just like he was. He came out last night, covered his props, got the job done. I believe Derek White is eventually due a big game. You don't want to miss it when they do, because when they finally hit for you, get them in that right slip, you will get paid back for everything they've cost you before. That is so important to have a short memory. Recency bias be darned. You have to have a short memory here. Okay? That goes double for Jaylen Brown. I know it hurts when they sell. A lot of you guys have your banned list and whatnot, but me, I have no list. Okay? I really don't. There's guys that I feel uncomfortable rostering, picking them, but guess what? That's life. You got to go with uncomfortable things every now and again. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Jason Tatum, what was his prop? The assist, 4.5 assist. I like that. I covered that via Outlier Bet, which I will go to now. Okay, here we are on Outlier Bet. You can see all these things. Jason Tatum over 4.5 assist is there. His hit rate for the last 5 is 80%, last 10, 60%. They have it at minus 118, but I believe you can get it better at minus 130 on other websites. Derek White, under 3.5 assists, minus 134. These aren't probably going to be on PrizePicks because PrizePicks wants to give you a true 50-50. But this is stuff you can check out. Al Horford, minus 161, under 3.5 assists. That's probably a really good bet. James Harden, under 8.5 assists. I said take his over on 8 assists. The books have it at 8.5. So why take it over at 8? Because it's totally different. You get that push equity, which changes the game. Malcolm Brogdon, over 3.5 assists. This is a dog bet. You wouldn't want to take it. It's plus 110. Remember I told you guys, minus 130 and minus 130 and better is what you want to target. Okay? Just wanted to show you guys this. I'm not going to sit here and waste too much time in going over all this. You guys can download this app. The link's in my bio. You get a free 7-day trial. Put my code CPTN Crush. You get an extra 30 days. Takes money to make money, fam. No excuses. You get a free trial. Okay, here we are at the end of the video. Unfortunately, as I was making this video, Joel Embiid did get bumped to 45.5 fantasy points. It's unfortunate. I still like it even at 45. I did the math with you guys. If you're betting the total game, go ahead and take the 76ers plus 8. I would think that that's the best bet you can get. I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into my video. Like and subscribe if you've learned anything. My Discord will be done by the end of the week. It's almost done. I almost got all my ducks in a row, and it'll be released to the public. Captain, what can we expect from your Discord? How much is it going to cost? Are you still going to do? Everything stays the same. Daily YouTube video with all the breakdowns. Daily live stream on TikTok/YouTube. Daily Twitter dumps on prop dumps on Twitter with community slips. Everything stays the same. The Discord is going to be more focused on in-depth stuff for those that want it. It's optional, completely optional. You can get it or you don't have to get it. My feelings won't get hurt. It does help me. Obviously, it helps me pay my editor that's going to be doing these videos. It helps me keep everything rolling so I can spend more time doing this. What you can expect, personalized slip review. You guys message me all the time, Twitter, TikTok, everything. Captain, what do you think of this slip I cooked up? What do you think? I will break down your slips in detail on a one-on-one basis if you have a Discord membership. That's number one. Number two, you'll get all my personal slips of the day, my Crushionomics method, all the slips that I take, I will post. Plus EV early for multiple websites, Underdog, PrizePicks, No House Advantage, Thrive. All of that will be posted there bright and early before the bumps. And lastly, I will be doing Discord exclusive live streams where I can take your live questions where you don't have to have that ridiculous follower count that TikTok requires. The same thing we've been doing in the live stream, but a more personalized focus. Okay? Again, it's totally optional. Right now, my price point's going to be between $12 to $13. I will let you know when it comes out. That being said, once again, I appreciate you all. Good luck tonight, and as always, let's crush.